Most deals are won or lost in the first 30 seconds. If you walk in nervous, rambling, or disconnected, the prospect has already decided. But if you show confidence in what you need, in what they need you for, and back it up with simple etiquette like eye contact, tonality, and listening, you instantly set yourself apart from the others. Today, I'll show you exactly how to do this. I am Leovona. My name is Leovona, and I am a 25 plus years entrepreneurial veteran. You are listening to the Leovona Show. 2 points. I want to give you 2 points about winning over the deal. You have to exude confidence. What do I mean by that? You know the product you have. You know what you do. Whether you're a photographer, you're a plumber, you're a lawnmower person, whatever it is, you have the confidence. Nobody can take that from you. That's the only thing that you have the authority over. You know that you've been doing this for years and years and years, right? So you take the authority and you stand behind your product and you tell them what they need. You find out, is there a pain point? Why did you call me today? How can I help you? And when they start telling you what their problem is, you show confidence that you have the remedy for whatever ails them. Okay? I want to show you something. I want to give you an example of something. My expertise, I did many businesses. But there was one technique that I used in the cleaning business that I developed. I don't have it anymore. Family member now has it. But what I did in the early stages, I would listen to their pain point, do what I just told you, make them feel relaxed. Sometimes I might even shake their hands. I showed up dressed to impress. I would have my uniform. I had my hat for my company, my trousers, everything matched. And I walked in with confidence, did the handshake, and I was ready to rumble, right? So once the customer told me what the pain point was, then this is my show. This is what I know. This is what I do. Right? So I would say, okay, so this is your pain point. You have this and that is worrying you. What's not? In my case, I was doing cleaning. So I would pull my white glove out and I would start hitting dust areas that I know my competition does not meet. And I would hit the fans and I would hit the running boards. And before you know it, I show the gloves to them. That's it. I got the deal on the spot. Because if you're a stranger and you can walk into my house and find that my fan, my ceiling fan that's turning over my head, over me eating dinner and drinking whatever, and it's so loaded with dust, lady, you don't have to say anything else. You pull my chair out just a fraction peep and you came up at all this dust from the back there, it's over. All right? Now, I have a second point that I want to share with you, so you have to hang in to hear it. Okay? This one is even, it adds to the first one. All right? So you have to find out what it is that you can hit the pain point of whatever business it is you're doing and nail that customer right there. But you have to hammer it home. You put the nail in and now we have to hammer it home. How do we hammer it home? What we have to do is use etiquette. Etiquette means that as they're talking, because now they're going to start to prattle, they're impressed with you. You're showing them certain things that they never saw before. They thought this person was great. But now you exposed everything. So now you have got their confidence and they're speaking. So what you have to do, you have to continue to look at them by looking in the eyes. You show that your tonality is right. You're not getting nervous and it's coming through your voice because you think that you're going to land this one. You know, you stay calm. You're the professional. You are the authority here. You keep watching them in the eye. You keep smiling. Tonality is right. You're staying positive, smiling, eye contact, right? Active listening. You're not taking over and rambling with some piece of paper that you used to use. That don't work. Engage. The main thing, the main prospect, everything you need is right in front of you. You don't have to worry about that piece of paper anymore. Okay? Good. So, quick reiteration. You're going to move in with confidence and you are going to exude confidence out of your pores. That when you're finished with them, they say, wow. Okay? And then you let them see that you addressed their pain points and that you actually did it with care. You didn't take over and run away and you know, switching up and taking them somewhere else. No, you talked and you listened and you responded. A conversation is a two-way street. Okay? So I hope that helps you. Today's announcement. We have been telling you about the webinar. We had to cancel it from the 29th, but now we put it on for Monday, October 6th. We're going to go forward with it, right? Sink or swim. So work with us, right? We are humans and we are in a learning phase. So the announcement for the webinar, it's the Exceptional Sellers Mindset. It's scheduled for October 6th at 6 p.m. We're putting it on at 6 p.m. because we have to give ourselves time. We want to try to do it for an hour and then we have to get back here for this live show, the Leavona Show. Okay? There will be no YouTube video that day. I see linked a message here. Link will be put in description. No, is that a mistake? It's a typo. A typo. Okay. So let me announce it to you again. The webinar will go on. We are coming on October 6th at 6 p.m. Why should you come? You are coming because we have something impactful to give you. It's about the Exceptional Sellers Mindset, where we're going to delve in and show you all the different techniques and whatever I have learned over the years. We will impart that to you in that webinar. Is that good? Producer? Okay. So the other thing I'm seeing here, the Y factor is something that I used to do when I did the Vivi show. And in that Y factor, you know, we didn't call it the Y factor then. We had a section of it that you said, you know, life is beautiful and you have to cherish it. And I'm sure that many of my customers remember that when they were going through the dark ages that we had with the COVID and everything, because everything was shut down. But in this particular section, I tell you about how precious life is as it pertains to business. You know, we want to build the businesses, but we don't want to lose our families. We don't want for you to have to go look for a coach who's going to coach you back because your marriage is broken. We can't just put money in front of our families. The first step your baby makes should not be shared just with the babysitter. You have to be involved in their lives. You have to be there to sometimes make their breakfast and send them out the door. Life is so precious that you have to take care of your health. You have to go out and take walks. It is so refreshing for us to step out of our offices and go out and take a walk on the boardwalk. Just to have the sun coming down on us, the real sun, not some fake light you have in your house. It's not the same. To breathe in the fresh air. As business people, we're stressed. Sometimes we get so stressed, we go to our office and we shut the door and we put our head down. But it would be better if you just step outside. Now you see different things. You see people walking with their dogs. You just feel like something drains out of you. You know, the stress just drains out because suddenly you're not focusing on you anymore. You are focusing on what is going on around you. The smiling faces of all God's beautiful creation. The dogs. Watch for the dogs. Sometimes they're walking with their parents and they just, something about you makes them stop. They want to, mommy wants to go, but no, the dog stops and the dog wants to look at you. Just look back. Say something nice. Dog is going to start wagging its tail. Before you know it, you find the stress starts to drain out. You're smiling. You're having fun. You're not just living life working, 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 working. You're working and you're relaxing. Take dinners, have dates with your husband, with your kids. Take a night off where you go and you sit in a restaurant and you have somebody serve you instead of you always having to serve. And don't do it just at birthdays and special occasions. Just do it off the bat. I have so many people that have passed. Sometimes a husband leaves to go to work and you guys plan for what you're going to do for the day, but life had another plan. And then your husband doesn't make contact. He doesn't call you at a certain time that he normally calls you. And when you find out your husband suffered a heart attack or wife suffered a heart attack in her office, life is precious, man. Please, I implore you. We have to work hard, but we have to play hard too. We have to be able to throw the ball at the dog and let him bring it back. We have to be able to take our child and drop them into the pool and they're so scared. You're gonna manage. Make sure you put the vest on them. You know what I mean? But we have to be careful not to let life spin by. Meditate sometimes. Meditate on what your life was, where it is now, and where you want to go. And you'll see how fast you came from when we used to be in kindergarten and junior high and all these things. Look what has happened. Life has gone so fast and we don't even know. Don't let the course of life leave out and you're left standing. Everything has fallen apart. The kids don't respect you. You weren't there. Your husband left. You weren't there. Your wife left because when she needed you, you were in the office. You never came home. You were too busy building. I think sometimes our families would rather that we have a little less than you put everything out there and then you don't have time for them. You're not going to teachers' conferences. You're not going to their ball game. Life is precious and it goes in the twinkling of an eye. So as we build and we build these businesses and we work hard, let us designate the time to grind and the time to have time with our families, to spend time with them. listening to their stories. And just like we said in this show today, don't be disconnected when your son or daughter is telling you a story and you yes, 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 yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh, right? And you're texting. Let them see that you're looking at them right full in the face. And you smile at the appropriate times. Like I said, we are spirit beings and they know when you're faking it. She wasn't even listening. After a while, they're going to stop trying to talk to you and they're going to go talk to their friends. And you're going to long for the day that you could have a conversation with them, but it would be over, it would be gone. Broken cannot be fixed. So let's stay in tune with them, okay? All right. Life is precious, so let's cherish it. All right. So we have now our question and answering section. And we normally would get like one person or two people come into the chat room and then no comments. I guess people are just watching at this point. So my husband and I always try to put on a little Q and answer. So is there anything you can ask me from the perspective of confidence, etiquette, making sure that we land the sale and we keep the sale, we make the right impressions when we get in? Is there anything, Dan, you could come up with?
Well,
Any question that you would
I know how
ask?
you can add value to them here.
Mm-hmm.
You could talk about the uniform thing.
Okay.
So normally in the why factor is really supposed to be the topic that we talk about today,
Mm-hmm.
the freestyle section.
Okay.
There's right in the beginning you have the script part,
Right.
but this part is when you could just talk,
But still,
right, and interact with them when you
okay.
want, but they're not
Yes.
here yet. But we'll get
Okay.
to that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So in the Y factor, it has to do with the life and the precious state of life, but we can also delve into the topic of itself, you're saying, and talk
Yeah,
about.
it's a period of time for you to get motivational
Mm-hmm.
about business, about selling, and you could tie in today's topic into that
Right.
naturally. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes. Okay.
So to me, like you already did a little bit of that. Yeah, you want to talk about the uniforms? The uniform, like wearing a uniform and presentation. I mean, it's up to you. This is we're only 15 minutes in.
For me, what I've noticed is that big companies always make us use a uniform, right? Amazon has their signature uniform. You get in there, you find out that there are other things that are going on. You don't get the full uniform, and you don't get it right away. But most businesses, Home Depot, Lowe's, you always see them, and even the private companies, right? We are talking about our uh, in the independent business owners, entrepreneurs. I have found every business unless it's the guys who are doing the lawnmower, because I look, I look at things a lot out there. I observe and I try to learn from every encounter. Every day I set foot out of my house, I try to uh, see what I can learn. And what I notice is that the only people that I see do not have uniforms might be the lawn mowing guys, the guys who do the lawn, but plumbers have uniform. uh, Photographers, they're in a different category. They come and their uniform is all those cameras hanging around their bodies. But where it goes to like plumbing, electricity, everybody always has their vans with the logos and what's not, because it advertises for us while we're driving, while we're on different highways and what's not. But the uniform adds something something else. It adds decor, it just makes us stand out, right? You walk into a place and you want to win that client, or the client found your ad somewhere and they called you and you show up. They look outside, they see your vehicle, it has your logo on it, it has your company's name on it. You know, they know that they're dealing with you because we're working in perilous times now and people are doing all kind of fake nonsense. So sometimes the uniform is very good to further impress your clients and make them feel comfortable. I just want to warn you that you have to be careful with uniform, because if you have a client or you have an employee who has left, you may want to work something in where at the end of their tenure, if they're being terminated or what's not, maybe you might want to get them to turn the uniform back in, because they can take the uniform and do bad things, right? Show up pretending that they're still with you, and you know, the sky is the limit as to what people can do when they want to hurt your business and do bad things. All right. So that is one of the things. If you have uniform, you want to, and you have the money and you can afford to invest in them being fully clad, or you can give them the shirts and the hats, but they have to find a regular jeans and the black shoes. However you want to design it. I don't know what your color schemes are or what's not, but uniforms do make you stand out and separate you from the competition. Okay. So that's about it. I have.
Um, what would you say in terms of, and you can repeat my question, right? What would you say in terms of like, what tips can you give in terms of body language? I'm gonna write in the chat, right? I'm gonna type my question, right?
Mm-hmm.
What tips can you give? This way you don't have to repeat, right? In terms of like having good body language
That's it. You're
to
done.
impress the customer,
To
right?
impress. Okay. What tips can I give? Uh.
What tips can you give in terms of having good body language? Right?
Okay.
Like, what can you do physically, right, to show confidence?
Okay. First of all, you can do a handshake. I find that when we shake each other's hands, it tells a lot. You can relax. I trained myself to relax before, getting out of my car. I would do a little I had something that I do that I relax the muscles in my face. I put a smile on. I affirmated to myself that I had this, that I was the authority, and that the customer needed me. I had what they needed. And then I opened up my car door and I walked with confidence. So we spoke about the uniform just now. The uniform gives you the clout that you need. You have to set your chest up, shoulders, you know, your shoulders high, your chest out. Posture, your body posture. You're not going in there slumping. And I'll tell you a secret too that I found out. A lot of times they're watching you from the window. They have cameras and they know that you came, you're there. And if you come out slouching, somehow You don't exude confidence. You look like a wreck. You staggered out of the car. You sprayed your breath because you drank a little bit of alcohol. You just you never know what you're doing is being observed. So if you are serious about getting that client, you gotta watch your posture. You have to watch the muscles in your face. And when you get in, like I said, a handshake always tells you what you're up against. Eye contact. I think eye contact is so important. For some reason, we do not like to do eye contact because we think we're so cool. But you know what? I want to see your eyes. They want to see your eyes. If you keep looking down, it's a sign of weakness. Why are you looking down? If you have confidence, you are talking and you're feasting your eyes upon them. Remember, they have pains, right? We all have pains. Why am I calling you in here? I'm calling a painter because I don't want to paint my apartment. And you got to realize another thing too. At the back of your mind, you have to know that that customer did not just call you. That customer may have called three other people, chose four that he or she likes, and then he or she will do the process of elimination. So don't think that you're alone. You're going in and you're competing for the job. And if you don't impress, the other person will knock you out. So you don't go in thinking that, you know what, oh, this poor sap needs me. She needs, she needs good service. He needs a good plumber, a good electrician. But he will make his decision based on what is presented in front of him. And lots of people will do all the right things. They're good at trickery, so they'll trick them. But they don't have the good service. They will get them and then it is whatever. If you know that you're out here to serve and you have a good product and you have a kind heart and you want to serve, really serve people, the money is important, but that is not all that drives you, then get these processes in place. You get out the car as though eyes are watching you. I carry myself in life. I use this mantra. I carry this whatever. I have problems sometimes with getting the pronunciations of my words once they start to method. I have this method. Let me just leave it simple. I have this method that I used to guide myself by. And this method is this: I always work as though eyes are watching me. I always do things as though God is always watching, but people watch too. So if you use that as a guide in your life, it will prevent you from acting the fool. You go to a party and you say, "Oh, it's just me and my girls. I'm hanging out with Susie and the girls over in Susie's house." And then you're over there and you're getting drunk and you're carrying on. Somebody will take the picture because people just love to take your problems. They love to take painful things that they can use as edges against you later. I always work as though God's eyes are on me and that people could be watching me. So if you have that ingrained in you, that when you step out of that car, if you step out limping, or you had one too much to drink and you stagger when you come out the car, you may as well just go back in that car and call the appointment off because most times they're watching. And the reason why you don't want to make some stupid mistake like that, because you don't know what you're walking into there. You could be walking into a gold mine where that person falls in love with you, stays with you for 20, 30 years, referrals after referrals. And at the back of your mind, you always have to remember you are not alone. Your company is not the only company that they called. So, eye contact, a relaxed manner, and you let them feel special. You do not race, you do not rush, you do not try to get rid of them so that you can rush on to the next one. You give them all the time. You know that you have a certain window because you do have other appointments, but you never tell them that. You just pace it right. You give them the time of day. A professional will not linger. You will not overstay your welcome. You're talking, 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 and the customer starts walking you to the door. That's not good. You say what you have to say. Some of them will offer you a cup of tea or a bottle of water. You take the water, you thank them, and you're off to the next one. All right, so I hope that helped.
You want to wrap it up with?
Yeah.
Tell them that you camped here, that you're gonna be on. You know, the reason the live is the reason the show is this long is because you're waiting to see if anybody's gonna come. You don't. You can't wait for them to come.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So it's been a pleasure working with you again tonight. Thank you very much. I trust that you will find my video and that you will give me a like and the thumbs up, and that you will subscribe. I have dedicated myself to doing this Monday through Friday and staying with it. When we start a business, sometimes you guys, I have found that the internet game is a little different from where I came from, but everything takes time. Even with working brick and mortar, you still have to go out and do a lot of pacing and a lot of work in the streets. The same thing applies here. And I just want you to know that I will stay encouraged and I will continue to come out every night from 8 o'clock. And I will try to go to 9 o'clock. It might be cut off earlier if we see that we are not getting anyone in the room to ask questions. So I just want to thank you again for watching our show, for being here, for coming later, for those of you who might not have come at all, and catch us later based on the times that you work. Every time you open my video, just know that I am very grateful. I'm very grateful to you. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. Even if the video has already aired, I will look at the comments and I will get back, or I'll bring it to the next session and answer the questions there first. All right. Once again, thank you for tuning into the Leovona Show. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. May God richly bless you and your family. Good night.